In the animal kingdom, there are creatures so extraordinary that they seem to have come straight from a fantasy. Some cross entire oceans, following a route that no one has ever taught them. Others can rebuild parts of their own bodies, detect invisible signals, or survive in extreme conditions. Today we are going to discover 5 incredible animals and the abilities that make them true wonders of nature. Our journey begins in the rivers and lakes of Europe, with an animal whose life is still surrounded by mystery, the European eel. Its story begins thousands of kilometers away, in the Sargasso Sea, a vast region of the Atlantic Ocean. Here, thin and almost transparent larvae are born and carried by ocean currents towards the coasts of Europe and North Africa. During the journey, their bodies change until they become small glass eels, which enter estuaries and swim upstream through rivers and canals. They may spend many years in these waters. Then another transformation takes place. Their backs become darker, their bellies turn silver, and their eyes grow larger. The eel leaves fresh water and returns to the ocean, traveling thousands of kilometers to reach the same region where it was born. For centuries, no one had managed to follow them all the way to their final destination. It was only in 2022 that several tagged specimens provided the first direct evidence of adult European eels reaching the Sargasso Sea. From the Atlantic, we move to the waters of Mexico, where a salamander lives that seems determined never to grow up, the axolotl. Unlike many other salamanders, it reaches maturity while retaining features normally associated with the larval stage. It continues to live entirely underwater and keeps its large external gills, which form a crown-like shape on either side of its head. But its most astonishing ability is regeneration. If it loses a leg, it can regrow it, rebuilding the bones, muscles, nerves, and skin, while restoring both its structure and function. It can also regenerate its tail, parts of its spinal cord, and portions of certain organs. It does not simply close a wound. Its body can recreate complex structures. This is why the axolotl is studied by researchers who hope to understand the mechanisms behind healing and regeneration. The third animal appears to have been assembled using parts from completely different species. It has a duck-like bill, a broad tail, webbed feet, and thick fur. It is the platypus. And yet, it is a mammal. It breathes with lungs, is covered in fur, and feeds its young with milk. But instead of giving birth, it lays eggs. The female does not even have true nipples. The milk is released through the skin and collected by the young from the mother's fur. Underwater, the platypus closes its eyes, ears, and nostrils. To locate prey hidden on the riverbed, it uses special receptors in its bill that can detect the weak electrical fields produced by their movements. And there is another surprise. The male has a spur on each hind leg connected to a venom gland, a mammal that lays eggs, detects electricity, and is also venomous. Our fourth animal is so small that you need a microscope to see it. Its stocky body and 8 tiny legs have earned it the nickname water bear. It is the tardigrade. When the environment becomes too dry or hostile, some species can lose almost all the water in their bodies, retract their legs, and form a compact shape known as a ton. They then enter cryptobiosis, a state in which their metabolic activity becomes almost undetectable. When favorable conditions return, they can rehydrate and resume normal activity. In this state, some tardigrades have survived extreme temperatures, enormous pressures, high doses of radiation, and even exposure to the vacuum of space. This does not mean that they are immortal. Their resistance varies greatly between species and is most effective when they are in a dehydrated state. But for an animal smaller than a millimeter, it remains an extraordinary achievement. We end our journey on the ocean floor, in front of one of the fastest strikes in the animal kingdom, that of the mantis shrimp. It is not actually a true shrimp, but a stomatopod crustacean. Some species have spear-like appendages, while others, such as the peacock mantis shrimp, possess powerful club-like weapons. Before striking, the animal stores energy inside an elastic structure, almost like a spring. When the mechanism is released, the club shoots forward with extraordinary acceleration and can smash the shells of mollusks and crustaceans. The movement is so fast that it creates cavitation bubbles in the water, and when these bubbles collapse, they produce a second shockwave that adds to the force of the initial impact. Its vision is also exceptional. Its eyes can move independently and, depending on the species, detect ultraviolet light and different forms of polarized light. A fish that crosses the Atlantic, a salamander capable of rebuilding parts of its own body, a mammal that lays eggs, a microscopic survivor, and a crustacean with an explosive punch. Nature does not need to invent superheroes, it has already created them. Which of these 5 animals surprised you the most? Tell us in the comments and follow FlashLab to discover more incredible wonders from the animal kingdom.